It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Elliott. Oh, able to avoid him. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Prescott to throw it. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check, check. Fresno. 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 2. Check 31. 80 weapons. Check 37. Check 37.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know,
it's
but
okay.
September 10th.
You're getting a little misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you. But you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things, but there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. No running room for Zeke on first. Yard out of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They go play action here on first down. He's got the connection to Cooper. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Tighten up, tighten up.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here we go, 47.
56. Mike.
Prescott down. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 99. Check 99. Check, check.
13. 13.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Let's go, D. Let's go. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
65, 65.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
21, 21.
Bill, wild Bill. Mike spot 4. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, gun. 11.
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let him know.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Coop. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quad Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Here we go.
Check. Watch 54.
21. 65.
Check. Crunch.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, one set.
Check. Hut.
On first down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. Because sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Who that? Shift. Watch the shift.
65.
Check.
On first down, here's Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180. White. 21. Here we go.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
21. Here we go.
Switch.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
And that's caught inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I got you.
Now it's Breida. 25 yards to pick up there, also a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
And as others, you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
They gonna need some therapy after this.
One, Omaha.
Check 24, check 24. Showing up.
Topper!
Check 13, check 13. Out, 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 out. Quick the edge. Go, go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the twist.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 37. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
11.
Check 4, check 4.
21. Hey, gun.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 26, check 26.
Six.
Mike's 54. Watch the pass. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
12. 21. Here we go.
54, right there.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd and short. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards that time. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It finds Randall Cobb on the completion. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Check
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Sideline throw that's caught. Amari Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Prescott to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He's back to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.